You got?
What do I got? What?
What do you got?
Oh, you want to see?
Yeah, let's see.
We got a lot of little welds. That's what we got. What we're doing here is fixing all the rust holes Glenn had in this piece.
Okay.
She has been tacked and massaged. Now I'm getting ready to start grinding her off. Start cleaning it up. We'll bring it back up again and we'll see. This is the interior hatch on the Eleanore VW. All along the edge we had rust holes, and that we pretty well got them all welded up. Any holes we had inside, we got them pretty well cleaned up along with what we had outside. We got a little notch on each corner, but that's just how they form the metal around the top, two pieces of metal. So we're going to leave a little character in the piece for them. I'm going to start blocking this out, start making it pretty so we can get ready to put it back in the car when we're ready, get it painted, along with the rest of the car. Woohoo!
Okay, there's the profile of the windshield. What we did was we pulled that one corner that was a little low down there, but we didn't change the overall shape. All we did was we pulled down here, pulled up here, profiled this to that side, and kept the same dimensions all the way through because we didn't change anything here. The back window area is done, has the drain holes, and there's another one, and then we put this all back in, so this now is all correct. The body line we're going to be putting back in here. We'll get this all corrected out. So all you see is all we're going to really have. Got the first coat of Fibertech, sanded back. Roof is looking good. Going to continue on today. I'm going to put my last coat of Fibertech on here. So it's going to take 2 coats, nice and easy, just to level her out overall. And then we're going to go right to high build primer. Well, Glenn's here. He's visiting us. Hopefully I can see you in the camera. Let's just do a quick check. Glenn, what are you thinking?
I think this thing is gorgeous. It's coming along. I can see you fixed a lot of my boo-boos. There's not a whole lot of them left anymore. The thing is just, Eleanor's gorgeous and going to be even prettier every day goes by. The biggest questions that I keep getting is, one is, why is it over here instead of in Pensacola? And the second one is, why is it taking so long? And the reason why is because Earl does better work than anybody else, and that's why I had to come here. And dieback is a big and a very important thing. All the stuff that he puts on here, it's going to shrink.
Yeah.
So when you put it on, you gotta wait. You gotta wait for it to have that dieback, that shrinkage, before you hit it again. So that way you make sure everything's absolutely straight. Because if you were to just give it to me, the car is gonna be all...
Yeah, it'll get all wonky after a while because the humidity down here is so bad. We're running 79% humidity right now on the gauge behind us. And it's almost noontime here.
It's actually kind of a nice day right now.
It's a nice day, but it's
kind of sticky.
Anything above 76% is my threshold for painting clear, shooting clear, excuse me, because it'll actually cause a whitening effect. Yeah, so that's a no-no for today. So there's no paint today. But bodywork-wise, what it does is it absorbs it. It just, the humidity digs down into it, and it changes everything. So, and it happens.
And I've told the story many times. I had a car serviced by a local shop where they had drilled a hole in the front bumper, and they filled it and they painted it and they gave it back to me in 2 hours.
Yeah.
And it looked great until the end of the week.
Yeah.
All of a sudden the hole came back. And of course it didn't completely blow through, but I mean it shrunk and it sucked right in. And you could see where it was. It looked terrible.
Just to let you know, we're not exempt from that either. I did the fender flares on the 79 Trans Am that we did last year, and I was like, man, it came out really good. And I'm like, just get it through paint, we'll get it put aside, and we go back and open it up to get ready to apply it on the car. And I had to recycle the product because it died back, and you can see the repair area again. And once you DA it back and clean it up, and then you reshoot it again, it's fine forever.
Fine, yeah.
But the dieback, the initial, is so bad. I'm not exempt from it, so understanding it, I have to tell everybody else, I said, please give the bodywork the time, especially when we're working on real old cars. If you're doing blow and goes, like you got a new vehicle in and just want it in and out, it's a driver.
Crash repair.
It doesn't matter at that point. But we're dealing with a car that's older than us, combined. So, you know,
you're going to be after us.
Yeah, so you want to make sure it gets the best care. It takes a lot more material than a newer car. Because they're just so battered from over the years. You know, no one back then cared about these cars.
No,
now all of a sudden they're, you know.
It didn't. I mean, this was the Honda Civics of the day. You know, a cheap budget car that you drive for a few years and you junk it and you get another one.
Yeah.
And maybe you pull a few pieces off the old one or you stuff it in the backyard and it lets, behind the shed and just until it caves in under itself. Case in point.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
It's like the truck we're working on Doyce's 53 Ford. The back of the cab, I can't get level. I have to recycle the cab, so I got to take my work back out and re-dolly and hammer to get it level again. It's hitting so many lawnmowers whacked up against the back of it and so much abuse. No one cared back then. That's the thing, No one cared, and now it matters. So now all my gaps got to be perfect, everything, and then the products we're putting in are superior to what we used to use 30 years ago. So the clear is actually brilliantly clear. It's like a mirror. So you know what the bodywork's got to be like. In the old days, it was a semi-gloss. Now it's like really gloss. So it's, again, everything's relative. So now we got to up the game. So now we got to make sure it's really level. In the old days, it didn't matter. Everything, the gaps could be off. It didn't matter if you had a little change in deflection in the metal. It didn't matter. Now it matters because you see everything, and you're only as good as what you put on. So you really gotta work it harder than you used to because the materials and the products are more. So yeah,
she's gorgeous.
She's getting there.
Absolutely gorgeous.
She's got a shape to her now. That's what matters.
But she always had the shape.
She had the shape. Now, it's a little more cleaned up.
Now you're just working out the cellulite.
Yeah, now we're going to be working out.
Remember, she was a big booty girl, so there's going to be some dimples.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, Glenn, I think that's about it. Any final?
Laughing at that one. You like that one too.
Smack her right. So any final thoughts?
Geez. None at the second. I'm just so happy that I was passing through here and got to stop and hang out for a little while and see the work that's processed and happened here. I mean, this is just... Yeah, and as you said before, it's going to be a little slow in the beginning, and then it's going to take off again, and we're going to start to see a lot of big progress coming up soon.
It's coming, because we're at that point now. We're at that point where we're going to start putting the material on and start blocking everything and making it actually take a full shape now, so everything's going to be the same across now. So that's
the only question I think anybody else would have is how much longer do you think it'll take?
We're looking about to your deadline.
My deadline, so it's going to be October 15th or something.
You're looking at that. Let's stretch it that far, just in case something bad health-wise or weather-wise or anything.
Put it together.
Yeah, no, we'll have time.
Yeah, it's got to be at the show sometime in late October, but I mean, that's almost 10 months away. So
we'll be good. The one thing that will hold us up is not because of us working, it's because the product doing what it needs to do. The less time I give it, the more it may bite him in the back end of it in terms of dieback. So I want to make sure we get this product on soon. We wanted it really soon when we first kicked it in when she came in. But what really delayed us was we had a lot of welding to dress and then taking care of everything. And then we had the hurricane hit, which didn't hit, thank God. But it changed everything in the business. So a lot of things happen. And then other projects are also in line. We're shooing this project into 7 others, so it's a big deal. And probably by mid-year, around June-ish or so, you'll see this car coinciding with another project we have of Bill's.
Is it a secret?
It's a secret car.
It's a secret.
You get to see another car alongside of this one here.
It's a secret. I know what it is, but I'm not telling you.
Not yet. And we're going to do a color reveal on this car, too. That's something that we have to do.
You will see a color reveal that's coming up.
Yes.
As soon as you start putting the first drop on here.
Yep. Once we get the bodywork set up and everything, then we got to do panel alignment. After panel alignment and everything's kind of fitting where we need need to be, then the next step would be waiting for final bodywork check, everything, and then paint. So that's where it goes. But until then, everyone, I want to thank you all for subscribing, joining, all this fun stuff, and then thank you, Glenn, for stopping in and seeing us and seeing your baby, and hopefully everything is right where we need it to be. And there's a lot more things we do have to discuss together, so we know what colors to paint certain things and what things need to be addressed.
Yeah, little
because
adjustments.
And even though she's a small car, there's still all the nooks and crannies. It's not the big part of it; it's the little things that means so much. So we want to make sure the attention to details there, because we're doing inside, out, up, down. So we're not just doing the exterior; we're doing inside, underneath, behind here, everything.
She's
So
a
everything's
jewel.
being addressed.
You could say she's a multifaceted diamond.
Yeah. Very good. Everyone, thank you for your time. Take care. We'll see you soon. Bye.
This was
Cool.